I wasn't very happy with my body image and social media was not helping in any way. You hate yourself and you want to change everything and then you go down this depressive episode. Whatever you see on social media, it's not supposed to be a blueprint of how you're supposed to look, how you're supposed to act. You have your own blueprint as a person. Hi, my name is Shereen. I'm a Gen Z and I hope to share more about Gen Z so that the boomers know more about us.
Hi, I'm EC. I'm a Gen Z and I hope to share more about how I am not a Gen Z but a millennial because I'm 99.
No, 99 is considered a Gen Z. Stop putting yourself in a millennial. I know you want to be a millennial so bad.
Hi, I'm Jaslina. I'm a Gen Z. What I hope to share today is maybe some misconceptions about Gen Z. Maybe since you're like a 2000, maybe you can say.
Slay. I've been wanting to say that for so long, slay.
I think the defining traits of Gen Z is how we don't think before we say things. Like we just say our opinions very freely because we are like very expressive generation.
I would define Gen Z as someone that uses social media a lot, right?
Maybe that's why they are like able to express themselves more because there's like social media. Yeah, so I feel like that could be like a good thing and also like a bad thing. Social media helps you like hide behind your screens.
Or the keyboard warriors.
Yeah, you can say that.
I feel that Gen Zs do, to a certain extent, build a wall around them, try to hide behind this safe online presence.
Because I feel like they are interested in their phones more than talking to people.
To all the people hiding behind your phones, come on now. No, just kidding.
They call them iPad kids, where you grow up watching like shows instead of going to the playground. And I actually have a friend, when she has a meals with me, she has to watch her show and eat her meals. Like she can't talk. Like she needs her show for the food to go down.
Social media as a whole is quite advantageous to everyone. You know, we get the latest updates, news updates. It's very simple to connect with people. They might use this platform to speak about things that they really feel strongly about, but this might cause other people to feel hurt.
I think generally social media is advantageous, but a lot of Gen Zs like spend too much time on technology that they forget like things that happen around them.
They are kind of like young, and also like with COVID and stuff, they're kind of like in their own bubble where they don't actually see like there are actually other stuff going on.
We kind of like use it as a coping mechanism, like COVID, where like everybody's sad and like cooped up at home, but we're still like making TikToks about COVID jokes.
People that look at Gen Zs might think that why are you making a joke out of it, maybe. There are some things that we can joke about, there are some things that we can't.
Yeah,
but then ultimately, some people might take things a bit too seriously. But
the boomers basically, no I'm kidding.
my mom watching this. I would say Gen Zs might take it a little too lightly sometimes, so there must be a balance.
I think social media can be actually quite damaging. Recently I took like a 1 month break from TikTok. Like, I didn't use TikTok at all.
What's your reason for it?
You kind of get affected of events that is happening on like social media, so you kind of like, you just want to take a step back.
Yeah.
It's easy for you to like get lost in the moment and you kind of like forgot what you were supposed to do at first.
Yeah, because we can understand that when you scroll TikTok sometimes, it's the next day.
It's
the next day, it becomes the next day.
Until the next day.
Yeah. Currently, I use it to connect.
For me, it's like a diary. There's this thing called photo dump, where you dump the random photos that you took throughout the whole week. And it's like cool.
Right now, social media is kind of like what we do, and it revolves around like our jobs. Yes, even though sometimes we do feel a bit like I might be using social media for too long, or I'm using TikTok for too long, but it's something that we might not be able to, okay, I'm just gonna leave it there for 1 month and don't touch it.
Basically because you guys have responsibilities, I would say.
Yeah.
To me, I feel that identity disaster is like you want to be someone else, and because of all the things that you see on social media.
There are times when I look at social media and then I start to ask myself, okay, who do I want to be? But it doesn't come to a point where I'm unsure about myself.
You're not sure of whether your personality will be kind of like accepted by society if you kind of put yourself out there on social media.
There's this expectation since young. So it will really, yes, I agree, affect the mental health. And I can already see this in my sister. My sister is 11 years old. She's really talking about like body image and like wanting to be like this, wanting to be like that. I was so shocked because at my age, I wasn't thinking about that. I was just like, ooh, I want to go out and watch movies with my friends.
Sometimes people might be unsure, but be more unsure about themselves and be more unsure about who they actually are.
I feel like they might follow the majority.
Yes.
Like I feel like that would be quite damaging, right?
Yeah.
Because you're just blindly following.
Yes. There was a phase, I think about a few years back, I would go like hours without eating and like exercise at the end of the day, and I would feel very, very dizzy, and then I'd weigh myself. And like it's a bad cycle. Somebody that helped me overcome it was him. I just stopped like liking those like videos so that it doesn't end up my FYP more.
Like the jargons they say online, sometimes they say it in like daily convos. Like to some older people, it'd be like, what are you saying?
I see all the Gen Zs like very strong character. It's like very like sense of braveness.
But I think there's a difference between bravery and being more sociable. Brave to speak their own feelings, but ultimately when it comes to people interactions, they might be a little unsure.
Like, do I apply whatever I reply to people online in real life?
Right.
There are certain things that in real life you cannot just say it out. And because they grow up with social media like that, they might confuse the two and like they might think that it's okay to say it in real life when it's not and it's rude to somebody.
You know, my mom is on social media. I think she recently joined TikTok, like just to watch videos, like not to post anything. I think she always send you like videos of like cute dogs, cute cats. It really shows how we can connect together through social media.
You know how in the older generation they didn't grow up with social media, they can do whatever they could without anyone criticizing them because they're kind of like, basically they're like making mistakes but not like publicly. They're like just making mistakes and learning along the way. But in this age, like Gen Zs with social media, right, when they make a mistake, everyone is gonna like
cancel.
Yeah, everyone's gonna like blame them for it, like why you do this kind of stuff.
The mistakes are amplified lah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But because of social media, it's like the little things that they do is like being scrutinized. Then it's kind of like that makes up the whole person. Like just the one mistake they do and this is what the person is. It's okay to make mistakes. Cancel culture is definitely not it. Basically think first before you post because there might be consequences.
I was just talking to my mom the other day and we were saying like what happens if social media is just the next day is just gone. And then she was like, oh, then all of you will die. Yeah, then I was just like, okay. Knowing your self-worth is very important, right? We often neglect it because of social media, and that might cause this identity crisis. And knowing how much you mean to people is very important as well.
If we use social media in the right way, instead of wanting to be someone, you can take inspiration from somebody. Don't allow it to shape your identity for you, but use it to help you shape your identity.
People's labels of you doesn't determine who you will be. Find what you want, you find what you like. You don't just, just because people say this of me, that means this is who I'm going to be. Find your own path, like find yourself.
The topic of Gen Z's collective identity crisis is usually left unsaid. Nobody likes to talk about the things that are sometimes too close to their hearts.
We like to keep this strong personality. Even though like a lot of Gen Zs, it seems like they already have their personality out. Once you talk to them, you realize that they're actually battling with identity crisis.
Gen Zs, they are like impressionable. There's not like a distinct identity that they actually have. They just outrightly tell people, like their followers or like other people, like this is who I want to be. And knowing that there are people who might be thinking like similar to them, that's why they feel like they can discuss it online. A chance for them to like express themselves and probably maybe get that validation that they couldn't get at home but from other people.